Greetings all, Fanny here for Gemini's weekly message. Gemini, the first card that flipped over for you is the Six of Cups. An adorable card sharing the wholesome intimacy of just offering a heart or care to someone else. It doesn't have to be anything more than just caring for someone's well-being. It can be if that is something that you are interested in, but there is a sense of wholesome comfort that is expressed in the Six of Cups. And maybe that's something that you haven't experienced before, with the Ace of Pentacles coming out in the bottom of the deck. And the Hermit, in reverse even. I almost feel like some Geminis have felt very isolated, and being presented with a new opportunity, a new space where people genuinely care about you, when people are not... It's so clear in my head, but finding the correct words to say it. People are not approaching you with ulterior motives or like just kind of sussy bullshit behavior. That's not what people are going into this with. And I absolutely love that for you, Gemini. Yeah. We're not moving towards this Queen of Swords where someone is going to use everything that you say against you. They're always going to be playing mind games. Like, you always had to be careful because you never knew when that cut was coming from the Queen. And that is such a toxic, controlling environment where you always have to walk on eggshells. Or what I had to do often in my situation was put myself away when someone came home. When the person that I was very much afraid of or knew that I could not be myself was around, I had to put her away in a box. And that was literally the phrasing that I said. And that has left me now with a couple of years of opening up to that energy again. Because especially when you use visualizations and direction like that, you don't realize you are actually casting a spell. It's like with those people that say you take all of your emotions, you swallow them down, and then you seed them all the way down here and you lock them away. That is literally a visualization and energy manipulation of taking your energy, forcing it down your throat chakra, not allowing yourself to say it, not allowing yourself to feel it, not allowing yourself to be it, or acknowledge it at all. And it's locking away in the seed of your foundation, in your security, in what makes you who you are, and how you see yourself, and how you love yourself. And all of that creates blockages and trauma that people need to end up going to therapy for. And you don't realize that these are things that you can accomplish and heal and release yourself, because it's fucking painful to look at those. Yeah, and I was not even looking at the deck when I was talking about that, but that is exactly what the Five of Cups is speaking of here. Everything that we have lost, everything that we cannot be anymore. But there is something more. That is your new beginning. That is what you can bring balance of temperance in with. Because that is the Temperance card. She holds two cups and is pouring her fulfillment between the two of them. Like a little bit of care for me, a little bit of care for my dream, a little bit of care for me, a little bit of care for my dream. Because all of those other cups were people and obligations taking time away from you. And someone wants to give you something that's not just substantial, but filled with something beautiful. Filled with an opportunity that you can truly build with. It's not just the wine in the cup. It's the dirt of the soil bringing foundation. It's the seed of the flower bringing potential. It's the flower itself showing the work that you have done for it to be raised to that point. And that's so beautiful, Gemini. So please, this Tower moment, let it pass by, because you're done letting this Queen of Swords corrupt your thoughts, corrupt and disrupt your sleep. You're just like, okay, if we don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn, because I'm done. And absolutely, Gemini, you do not deserve to have someone like just manipulate your heart and soul like this. You have a greater, more beautiful purpose. And that does mean you have to leave the situation you are in now, because this is clearly not one that is beneficial, loving, and caring for you. This is not where you serve your greatest and highest good. So you have to go on a road. You have to go on adventure and take a road less traveled by. There's tree people. What was I saying with the cup? They're giving you more than just wine. They're giving you sustenance and substance. Reclamation of your soul. Reclamation of the energy that makes you who you are. That beautiful, wonderful person that someone tried to hide away. That someone said, no, that's too much. I can't deal with that, so you need to put that away. I can't deal with that, so you need to dial it down a little bit. I mean, of course, sometimes there are times and places where we have too much energy, where we have too much stimulation, and we do throw people off. I do that myself. You get me talking about anime or Marvel or my stories, I'm going to bring a whole nother energy that's going to knock you on your ass. And I understand that that is my passion. That is something that I love. And it isn't something incredible about myself, but I am also aware at a certain point it is too much for other people. So not being dishonest with who I am, but also being respectful of like, okay, I'm going to turn it back a little bit, but, you know, when someone does want to talk about it and share that energy, that is there, and that is amazing. And so, honoring yourself and being respectful to other people can be a very difficult road, especially if someone is approaching it from a very jaded perspective with this Queen of Swords of, I'm not going to let anyone tell me what I can be. I'm not going to let anyone tell me what I can't do or tell me that I'm too much because I did that for too long. And yes, absolutely. Does not give you the permission to be a dick yourself. That does not give you permission to go and say like, oh, well, you can't tell me what that I'm too much and you just need to, like, don't be that person. Because that is the complete opposite spectrum of what you want to be. And again, I can't really say anything because it is your individual journey, my love. But I am saying, like, I could see where you would want to step into that energy, but that itself is a negative, low vibrational energy that you were trying to pull yourself away from with this Queen of Swords. Don't stoop to their energy. Don't stoop to their level. You are greater than that. You are stronger than that. You are wiser than that. Yes, it is tempting to stoop to that level of pettiness, to stoop to that level of just, I'm gonna be the asshole that someone was to me. And energetically, I know how good that feels because I have been there myself, where I was the aggressor, where I was the person creating the problem, because I was tired of being the problem and letting people look at me like I was the problem. So I was making the problem, but it was coming from a very angry and upsetting place. And that was even more of not what I wanted to be. Because looking back on it, I feel, and being energetically sensitive, I can feel, even like looking back on the memory now, I feel the difference in where I want to be and where I was because of that. And these things, your blessings, your gifts, they will come in time. They will come at their own pace. Right now, Gemini, you have to discover who you are. And the most important part of that is to open and to be open to care and acceptance of help from other people in the proper time and energy. You will have challenges presented to you to see if you've really learned your lesson, and will you continue to accept these Queen of Swords like energy in your life, or you're going to stand up for yourself. So there will be challenges, there will be tests, but I don't believe that they will conquer you, Gemini, because you are so wise. You are so beautiful and well connected in the energy of the earth and the energy of the mother. Yeah. You are on your own journey right now, my love, and that simply means no one can compare to it. And that means you can't compare your journey to anyone else's, and no one else has a right to compare their journey to yours. Because you've all walked a completely different path, faced completely different challenges, and slayed completely different demons. The only person you can compare yourself to is the Gemini you were yesterday. Have a beautiful day, my love.